Repatriation of Saurav and Gaurav Luthra from Thailand is now officially underway, marking the very first concrete step towards bringing these nightclub owners back to India. This, of course, in connection with the fire that happened in the nightclub that they owned in Goa, in Arpora in North Goa, in which 25 people died. The Thailand authorities have now informed that they have detained the brothers in Phuket. They have now taken them to the Bangkok immigration office. There they will be handed over to the Indian officials before being flown back to India to face legal proceedings. Now, here's how the Luthra brothers were nabbed. A day after this fire ripped through the high-end Birch by Romeo Lane nightclub in Arpora in Goa, a lookout circular was issued on the very next day. On the 8th of December, it was confirmed that the Luthra brothers were indeed hiding in Phuket in Thailand. Thereafter, a blue corner notice was issued and their passports were suspended. The magistrate issued an impounding order for the passport, and the screenshot of that order was shared with the Thai authorities. The duo were then located at a hotel called the Indigo Hotel in Phuket, just outside the city limits. The very next day, which was the 9th of December, the Luthra brothers were spotted by the Thai authorities while they were out for a meal. 2 days later, on the 11th of December, they were detained by officials and the entire deportation process was initiated officially. Now, they've been taken to the Bangkok immigration office where they will be held in custody for a couple of days. They will have to be produced in a local Thai court in Bangkok on Monday, which will peruse the documents and issue further orders for them to be deported to India. So what happens next? Upon arrival here in India, they will be formally arrested for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. That's the charge against both the brothers. Once the formal arrest is recorded, then they will be produced before court. The prosecution will present the proof of their complicity before the judge. Then the police will probe for fire safety lapses, licensing lapses, other charges, converting agricultural land into non-agricultural purposes, building this around the coastal regulation zone blocks that were there. They also face, by the way, money laundering charges. There is the allegation, and this is from Delhi police sources. It's also there on the Registrar of Companies website, that more than 40 shell companies on whose director board the names of both the brothers, the Luthra brothers, were there, and all of it traced their address to one address in North Delhi. So all of this will be probed by the authorities. But there are still a number of factors that have come to delay the entire process. They were supposed to be deported by the weekend, but now it looks like it might happen only early next week. So the deportation hurdles are as follows. Remember, their passports were suspended by a magistrate's order. So technically, they are in Thailand and do not have a valid travel document. The passport cancellation triggered their detention in Thailand. The Thai deportation needs court clearance, which will first declare them as illegal because they traveled to Thailand on a travel document which has now been rendered null and void. Legal procedures will then follow in Thailand, which is expected to take at least a couple of days. And remember, courts don't function over the weekend, so the earliest that they can be produced before a court in Bangkok is on Monday. India must then issue an emergency travel certificate, basis which they will then be handed over to the Indian authorities, and either the CBI or whichever the investigating agency is that has gone there, they will then accompany the Luthra brothers on this deportation flight and bring them back to Goa, where they will stand in trial against these charges.
The Immigration Bureau of Bangkok is where the Luthra brothers are now housed. It's in my backdrop. The Immigration Bureau is shut over the weekend, and that is the reason why it is taking time for the Luthra brothers to be taken back to Delhi or perhaps to Goa. So what really has happened over the last 36 hours or so? Exclusive input available with CNN News 18 suggests that the cancellation of passport of the Luthra brothers was a masterstroke. It was an advice that was given by the international immigration specialist to the Indian government, and that in a way made it that much more easy for Thai authorities to act. So why was it a masterstroke, or why is it being called so? Once the passport was cancelled, the visa that the Thai authorities had issued to Gaurav and Saurav Luthra became meaningless. And because of that visa violation, Thai authorities could move, and that's when they could take the two brothers into custody. Now they are lodged in the Immigration Bureau of Bangkok for that violation. Their visa conditions have been violated. They don't have a valid passport. because of the weekend shutdown, processing of the documents, completing the legal formalities could take some time. But early next week is when Goa police is hopeful of getting custody. It is still unclear as to who will really escort the team, which team really will escort the Luthra Brothers from Bangkok to India. Once the paperwork has been completed by the police, by the immigration authorities here in Bangkok, they will take a call and then the final roadmap will be clear. So by Monday morning, it is expected that the emergency document based on which the immigration stamp when the Luthras leave Thailand, their passport or their travel document will have to have an immigration stamp that they have exited. That emergency certificate, the Indian authorities are hopeful, will be ready by Monday perhaps, and that will be step 2. Step 1 was cancellation of the passport. Step 2, getting that emergency document ready, would then facilitate deportation of the Luthras from Thailand to India.